Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Medhasvi Commerce Classes. So in this video I am going to discuss with the death of a partner problems. All the three model question paper problem I am going to solve it now. Whoever have a doubt in the death of a problem, please do see this video fully so that you can easily answer 6 marks problem. Again I am telling it is a compulsory problem in your exam, death of a partner for 6 marks. Here they may ask you the executor's account or they may ask you the capital account. No need to worry, both are same, only with a slight change, that's it. Okay, so we'll just prepare with all the three model question paper problems now. So we'll go through one by one. Okay, fine. So coming to the model question paper 1. Hope you people can see the screen, I think so. Ramesh, Prakash and Suresh were partners in a firm, sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. On 31st March 2024, their balance sheet was as under. They have given you the balance sheet here and they have given you few information. Here, see, Ramesh died on 30th September 2024. First, this date is important to us. When he has died, 30th September 2024. Okay, who has died? Ramesh has died. So, it was agreed between his executors and the surviving partners that First keep it in your mind, when any partner has died, it is compulsory you have to pay the capital of his partner to the executors. Who is called as an executor? The legal representative of the deceased partner. In a simple understandable manner we can tell he is a nominee. Executor is nothing but a nominee of the partner who has died. So for that nominee, first we have to pay the capital. Even though they have not mentioned here, in the adjustments if they have not mentioned also, keep it in your mind, compulsory you have to give the capital to the person. Capital is compulsory. And ma'am, apart from this, see with the balance sheet, if there is any general reserve or reserve fund given in the balance sheet, these two things you have to compulsory give, even though if it is not mentioned in your adjustments. Okay, keep it in your mind, capital, general reserve, reserve fund, compulsorily you have to give it to the executor of the deceased partner. Now we will see one by one. Goodwill of the firm to be valued at 2.5 years purchase of average profits of the previous 4 years, which were, see what they are telling, you have to give the goodwill. No, goodwill is valued at 2.5 years purchase. 2.5 years, that is 2.5. Purchase of average profits of previous 4 years. Average profit they are asking. Average profits of previous 4 years. So the 4 years profits they have given. Through this we have to find out the goodwill, it seems. Afterwards I'll just solve it. Share in the profit from the date of last balance sheet till to the date of death. This is called as accrued profit. What do you mean by accrued profit? The profit which is earned in the business from the date of last balance sheet till to the date of death of a partner. See here in this problem, the year has been started on 1st April itself. So 31st March is the last balance sheet date. On 1st April the year has been started. But Ramesh died on 30th September. From April to September, the business have done some activities. During that period, the business has earned some profit, right? That profit we are going to call it as accrued profit. Accrued profit refers to the profit from the date of last balance sheet till to the date of death of a partner. This profit is called as accrued profit. This should be recorded in profit and loss suspense account. Keep it in your mind, profit and loss suspense account, this accrued profit will go. Calculated on the basis of last year's profit. So you have to take last year, this is the last year. Last year profit should be taken as a base and you have to calculate the share. Interest on capital to be allowed at 12%. 3 items they have given here. One is goodwill we have to record, accrued profit, P&L suspense account and interest on capital. 3 items. So as I already told you, capital you have to compulsory record it. Capital compulsory. Who is the partner died? Ramesh. See here they have asked Ramesh capital account. This is very, very important. When they ask you capital, capital should be recorded as by balance brought down. See, keep it in your mind. Your capital or executor's account will be divided into 2 parts, debit side and credit side. All the items will be recorded in the credit side. Only drawings, interest on drawings, interest on drawings, any losses given in the problem, these three items will come to the debit side. Keep it in your mind. Apart from that, remaining all the items should be recorded in the credit side only. What are those? Drawings, interest on drawings, and then losses. Okay, now this is called as capital, by balance brought down. Why you have written by balance brought down? Because you are preparing the capital account of a partner. Which account you are preparing? Capital account. That's why by balance brought down. Who is a partner who has died? Ramesh. See here, what is the capital of the Ramesh? Ramesh capital is 30,000. So we'll just write 30,000 here. Okay, we have to give back his capital. Now, next you see, any general reserve or reserve fund is given in the problem. Yes, there is a reserve fund. This reserve fund will belongs to everyone, all the three partners. So now you have to give the share of the reserve fund to the Ramesh. Okay, we'll just write it as by reserve fund. By reserve fund. What is the value of reserve fund given? 6,000 into, what is the share? Who has died? Ramesh has died. What is his ratio? 5. So 5 is to 3 is to 2. That is 5 by 10. How come 5 by 10? 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10. 5 by 10, which comes to 3,000. Hope you people understood. First write the capital, then if any reserve fund or reserves and surplus or general reserve given in the problem, you share it. Okay, these two are compulsory, even though if they have not asked you in the adjustment, you have to do it. Now come to the adjustment. You have to give the share of the goodwill. First one is goodwill, but we don't know what is the goodwill. First we have to calculate the goodwill. Okay, how do we calculate the goodwill? I'll do the adjustment here. Okay, goodwill of the firm to be valued at 2.5 years purchase of the average profit. So first you have to find out the average profit. What is the formula? Average profit equals you have to take all the 4 years profit. Say in 2021 it is 12,000, 12,000 plus 22 it is 20,000, 20,000 plus 23 it is 13,000, 13,000 plus 24 it is 15,000. Average profit, total profit divided by number of years. How many years? 1, 2, 3, 4 years divided by 4. So average profit equals, what will be the average profit? Average profit is 15,000 is the average profit. 15,000. Yes, we know the average profit now. How to calculate the goodwill? Goodwill equals average profit into number of years of purchase. Number of years of purchase. So what is the average profit? Average profit is 15,000 into how many years of purchase given in the problem? See here, 2.5 years of purchase. It is there in the problem, 2.5 years. That is 2.5, which comes to rupees 37,500. Now we have calculated the goodwill, but this goodwill is the total goodwill of the firm. So now we have to take only the Ramesh share of goodwill. First we will calculate the Ramesh share of goodwill. Ramesh share of goodwill equals Ramesh share equals 37,500 into his share is 5 by 10, which comes to 37,500 into 5 by 10, 18,750 rupees. This is Ramesh share of goodwill. Who has to give this goodwill? This goodwill has to be given by the remaining partner, that is Prakash and the Suresh. Now we will take here by Prakash capital account. By Prakash capital account. So the total goodwill is 18,750 into how much Prakash has to pay? How much this Suresh has to pay? See, this goodwill will always be distributed in the gain ratio. Keep it in your mind. In which ratio? In gain ratio. Ma'am, gain ratio is not there in this problem. No. So, when gain ratio is not given in the problem, the old profit sharing ratio itself will become a gain ratio. See, old profit sharing ratio is 5:3:2. This fellow Ramesh is died. This is not there. Now, the gain ratio is 3:2. So, in this 3:2 only they will distribute, that is 3 by 5. 18,750 into 3 by 5, which comes to 11,250. Next, by Suresh capital account. By Suresh capital account, 18,750 into 2 by 5, which comes to 7,500. Okay, now goodwill is completed. Goodwill is completed now. Now next one is share in the accrued profit up to the date of death. You have to take. That will be recorded as by P&L suspense account. We'll go here by P&L suspense account. Okay, they have clearly mentioned on the basis of last year profit. Last year profit is how much? 15,000 is the last year profit. Take 15,000. But this belongs to everyone. No, you have to share it. 5 by 10 into, say 15,000 is 1 year's profit. 15,000. But he is alive for how many months? In this 1 year, he is alive for only few months, right? So, starting from April, you just count until September. How many months? April, May, June, July, August, September. Total how many months he is alive? That is 6 months. Are you getting my point? From the starting of the year, that is from April, you have to calculate until the date of death. That is April, May, June, July, August, September, 30th September. So, we are taking 30th also, 6 by 12. 6 by 12, which comes to P&L suspense account, which comes to 3,750. Next, last what they have asked, interest on capital. This is completed now. Interest on capital by interest on capital by interest on capital. What is the capital? What is the capital of this Ramesh? The capital of Ramesh is 30,000. 30,000 into what is the percentage of interest they have asked? 12%. 30,000 into 12%. This 12% is for 1 year, but he is alive only for 6 months. Already we have calculated here. So you have to take 6 by 12. 30,000 into 12% into 6 by 12, which comes to 1,800. Now we have completed with all the adjustments, and we have written capital also, and we have written what is that? We have written reserve fund also. Now it's the time to calculate. Okay, we'll just calculate now. All this we'll just total it. 30,000 plus 3,000 plus 11,250, 7,500, 3,750, 1,800, which comes to 57,300. Write the total on both the sides. 57,300 total. 57,300. Hence, you don't have anything here. We'll just write the same thing here also. 57,300. This is called as to Ramesh. We'll transfer this to Ramesh's executor's account. In the bracket, we'll just write it as balancing figure, B bar F. I think you people have got a clarity in this, right? So now, next, I think you have got it. Got this answer? Everyone clear? Any doubt? First find out the average profit, then find out the goodwill. So hope you people understood with the model question paper 1, death of a problem. Now we'll move on to the model question paper 2. It is very simple here, but keep it in your mind, they have not asked you capital account, they have asked you executor's account. Only first difference. So we'll just see. PQ and R are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. Their capital balances on 1/4/23 stood at rupees 90,000, 60,000 and 40,000. 40,000 respectively. Mr. Q died on 1/1/2024. When he has died? 1/1/2024 they have died. Partnership deed provides the following. First, they are asking you to give the interest on capital, salary, goodwill and profit up to the date of death. It is called as P&L suspense account, and profit of the firm, that is based on the previous year profit. These are the information they have given. See, here also they have not told you people to record the capital, but compulsorily you have to record the capital of the partner who has died. Mr. Q has died, no, the capital is 60,000. First record the capital, then we can move on to these things. Okay, so we'll just now go and solve the problem now. Yes, now we'll solve the problem. See, keep it in your mind, they have asked you the executor's account, they have not asked you the capital account. You have to keep those things in your mind. They have asked you to prepare the executor's account. So only difference is here, while recording the capital, in the capital account you used to record by balance brought down, but in the executor's account you should write it as by which partner has died? Q. By Q's capital account you should write. Are you getting the difference? In the capital account, this should be by balance brought down. In the executor's account, it should be by Q's capital account. What is the capital of the Q? That is 60,000. Next, by interest on capital. By interest on capital, take the capital now. Capital is 60,000 into, what is the interest on capital percentage? That is 10%. They have given here 10% into 10% into, this 10% is for entire year. Now you have to check how many months he has alive in that particular year, right? So he has died on 1/1/24. You can see here he has died on 1/1/24. So now calculate the number of months. Year will start in the April. That accounting year will start in the April. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January you should not take because he has died on the 1st of January. So total how many months? Total it is of 9 months. So take into 9/12. Into 9/12, which comes to 60,000 into 10%, 6,000 into 9/12 is 4,500. Now, so first adjustment is completed. Next, salary to Q rupees 2,000 per month. By, you should write it as by Q's salary. By Q's salary. See, they have told 2,000 per month, but he is alive for 9 months. No, you should take 2,000 into 9, which comes to 18,000. Okay. Next, you see what next they have asked. Q's share of goodwill, the total goodwill of the firm is 54,000. They have given you the total goodwill, but we have to find out the Q share of goodwill. What is the Q's goodwill? Q's goodwill equals 54,000 into what is his share? That is 2. 2/5. 2/5, which comes to 21,600. Now who has to pay this 21,600? This P and R has to pay. In which ratio? They have to pay it in the gain ratio. Gain ratio is not there. So old ratio itself will be treated as a gain ratio. That is 2:2:1. 2:2:1. Q is this fellow. Q is cancelled now. So the ratio remaining is 2:1. This is called as gain ratio. So now we'll just distribute it by P's capital account. P's capital account 21,600 into 2/3, which comes to 14,400. Next, by R's capital account 21,600 into 1 by 3, which comes to 7,200. Yes, this is completed. Goodwill is completed. Next P&L suspense. So we'll just go with this. By P&L suspense account, what they are telling here, accrued profit up to the date of death on the basis of previous year's profit. Previous year profit they have given. What is the previous year profit? That is 30,000. 30,000 into 30,000 into share. You have to share it. That is 2:2:1, 2 by 5. 2 by 5 into how many months live? 9 by 12. 30,000 into 2 by 5 into 9 by 12, which comes to 9,000. So this is the last adjustment. I think all the adjustments we have written, we'll just total it now. Total comes to 1,13,100. Write this total on both the sides. 1,13,100. Now from this total, you don't have anything here, just write the total here also, 1,13,100. Again one difference. See here, if it is a capital account, you would have written as to Q's executor's account, but here it is a executor's account, so you should write it as to balance carried down. So in the bracket, balancing figure, to balance carried down you have to write. You got the differences. See, only these two are differences. 1 minute, I'll just highlight it. See here, this is one difference and this is another one difference between the executors and the capital account. That's all. You can see it over here. See, in capital account we will write here as by balance brought down, and here we will write it as to Ramesh's executor's account. See, these two are differences. Now coming to here, in the executor's account, here we will write it as by Q's capital account, here we will write it as to balance carried down. Only these two are the difference, remaining everything will remain same. Okay, I think you have got it. Model question paper 3, do you want me to solve this one also? Okay, let me do it. Model question paper 3, Aarti, Bharti and Ema are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2:1. 3:2:1, and their balance sheet is on 31st March. They have given you few information. When did Bharti died? That is on 1st June. She has died according to the partnership deed. Capital, you have to write it since capital, interest on capital, share of reserve fund, or share of goodwill, or drawings. Okay, these many items they have given. We'll just quickly write it off. It is very simple only. First, it is capital. Because they have asked the executor's account, we should write it as by Bharati's capital account. Bharati's capital account. How much is the capital of Bharati? Bharati capital is 12,000. So this one is completed. Next, interest on capital they have asked by interest on capital. By interest on capital, 12,000 into what is the capital percentage? 10% into. This percentage is always for 1 year. You have to write only for the number of months she is alive. So when she has died on 1st June. Year will start in the April, May, June. See, June you should not take because 1st June only she died. So April and May, only 2 months. 2 months, that is 2 by 12. That is 2 by 12, which comes to 12,000 into 10% into 2 by 12, which comes to 200 rupees. 200 rupees. Capital interest also completed. Our proportionate share of reserve fund. Yes, reserve fund is given here. We have to share it by reserve fund. By reserve fund. What is the reserve fund? 12,000 into what is the share? You have to give the share. That is 3:2:1. Bharti died. Bharti is 2 year. You can see 2 by 6. 12,000 into 2 by 6. 12,000 into 2 by 6, which comes to 4,000. reserve fund completed. Completed with the reserve fund? Yes. Her share in goodwill. Our share in goodwill is rupees 3,800. You can see here, if they have given a total goodwill, you should first calculate the share of goodwill. Here they have only clearly mentioned her share of goodwill. They have already calculated her share of goodwill. Again, you no need to calculate the goodwill. Please understand the grammar over here. Total goodwill anta kottidre share na kandidiri. Avure her share of goodwill. His share of goodwill anta kottidre ಅದು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ 3,800. Now who has to pay this 3,800? The remaining partners, that is Aarti and Hema, has to pay in the gain ratio. So gain ratio, how you have to calculate? 3:2:1 is the old profit sharing ratio. If you leave Bharti, 3:1 will be the gain ratio. So now by Aarti capital account, 3,800 into 3/4. 3,800 into 3 divided by 4, which comes to 2,850. Next, by Hema's capital account equals 3,800 into 1/4. 3,800 into 1/4, which comes to 950 rupees. Okay, now we have completed goodwill also. Our drawings up to the date of death amounted to rupees 2,000. So I have already told you drawings will be recorded in the debit side. Debit side, you have to record the drawings. Drawings, interest on drawings, losses should be recorded in the debit side. Hence, it is a executor's account. You should write it as to, who is that died? That is Bharti. To Bharti's drawings account. To Bharti's drawings account. How much drawings? That is 2,000. Now, you just total it and balance it. We have completed all the things, right? Now just total it. 2,850 plus 4,000 plus 200 plus 12,000, which comes to 20,000. Write this 20,000 on both the sides. 20,000, 20,000. Now, from this 20,000, you minus this 2,000, the balance is 18,000. So, this should be written as to balance carried down. Why? Because it is a executor's account, so we'll write it as to balance carried down. Hope I've tried my best to make you people to understand this depth of a partner. It is a compulsory problem. We have solved all the model question papers problem. Today again I'll upload a video on previous year's 2024 annual examination question paper problem. In that also they've asked the executor's account only. Please do prepare well for your exam. Okay. Thank you.